Beer here back in the fantasy bar, kicking off your Monday with 6 of my favorite plays for you for this MLB slate on DraftKings and FanDuel. And we are going to save you money every single bat under 5,000 on DraftKings, including a minimum price bat for you. No bat over 3,500 on FanDuel. We're also going to give you a starting pitcher with some big time upside in the mid-range. And of course, give you my favorite play on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Bears Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Little happy hour here to get you through this Monday. 5 bats, all under 5,000 on DraftKings and under 3,500 on FanDuel. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Before we get to those plays, do me a favor, take a second, click that thumbs up button. Helps us out greatly here on YouTube. Thank you for that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not already. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday this week for the MLB six-pack. All right, couple quick notes. Weather looks okay across the board. Obviously have the Dodgers in Coors Field. Shohei Ohtani at 7,000 on DraftKings. So we won't talk about the Dodgers. You're obviously going to want some exposure. So we're going to find you some cheap pieces to help you with that or to get different from those Dodgers stacks. All right, let's get started in the outfield with Sal Frelick of Milwaukee. So big showdown here, Brewers and Cubs, and Frelick really been swinging a good stick. 3 multi-hit games in just the last 4, 5 total multi-hit games from him over the last 10. And over the past month, he's really picked it up against right-handed pitching. We're talking a WOBA pushing 400, and has stepped it up in the power department as well. ISO up to 216 over that span. Now, Jameson Taillon, look at the batting average on balls in play against lefties, sitting at a lowly 200. So surface numbers look a little better than they should. Still giving up some power at 207 ISO. Still giving up hard contact at over 52%. I think this is a good spot for these Brewers lefties with Sal Frelick. Some great prices here on both FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, let's go to third base outfield next with Noel Marte of Cincinnati. So sneaky play here with some nice upside. This guy's got an 8-game hitting streak going. 5 of those 8 games have been multi-hit games. Plenty of power in this bat as well, and he's actually led the Reds in both WOBA and ISO this season against right-handed pitching. We're talking a WOBA near 400, ISO way up at 287, so a ton of power in this bat. Now, Medeiros, limited sample, but it has not been good against right-handed pitching. Again, it's only a handful of at-bats, but even if he doesn't last long in this game, we're talking about the 5th worst ERA in all of baseball for this Angels bullpen. It's a good spot here, good power spot for Noel Marte. All right, let's go to catcher next. Knock that out with Drake Baldwin of Atlanta. Now, Baldwin been very good to us this season. I like the spot for him here again tonight and the Atlanta Braves as well. But let's focus in here on Baldwin. 5 multi-hit games over the last 12. Gives us that power upside that we're looking for at the catcher position without spending a ton of salary here. Solid 350 WOBA this season against righties. Hard contact rate, nearly 56% on the year. And Gomez, this is what we were looking for with our batters. The combination of fly ball rate, hard contact rate, and barrel rate all up there pretty high. 36% fly ball rate, 47% hard contact rate, and a barrel rate pushing 17%. So another good power spot here for catcher Drake Baldwin. All right, let's go to starting pitcher next. We're going to go with a boom bust option in the mid-range with Zack Allen of Arizona. Now, this one not for everybody. The production's certainly been up and down. He's had some awful games. He's also had some very big games. This is going to save you some money, though. If you want to get that Coors exposure or spend up on your favorite stack, this is a way to do it. Save some money on a guy like this in the mid-range. Now, if you're playing cash games, I think there's safer options that you can roll with. But in tournaments, we're talking about a guy not too long ago that put up some 30-point DraftKings points games. So the upside is certainly there. This Cleveland team we've talked about before, middle of the pack in strikeouts, but there are 5 bats in this lineup above 24% against right-handed pitching. Couple right around 30% on the season. And when you look at every other statistical category, we're talking bottom 5 in almost every single one of them for this Cleveland team. So Zack Allen, not everyone's flavor tonight. I get it, but I love the upside here. I love the matchup. I'm willing to roll the dice tonight with Zack Allen. All right, let's save you some money. In fact, let's go minimum price on DraftKings, just $2K for outfielder Dylan Beavers. So great buy low here. We see this all the time in August, September. These top prospects show up to the major leagues. Their prices are way down. Doesn't always work out, but Baltimore's top prospect here at minimum price on DraftKings, I am certainly buying that. to open up some more money tonight. Was great at AAA, hitting over 300 and gave you both power and speed. So a guy that can rack up fantasy points in a lot of different ways. 18 home runs, 23 stolen bases this season at AAA. And like we talked about, you want the Dodgers, you want some high-end pitching. Getting a 2K bat in your lineup with that kind of upside can certainly do that for you tonight. Dylan Beavers, my favorite value play on this Monday night slate. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's give away another free week of RotoGrinders Premium in our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy. Make sure, click that thumbs up button. Don't make me go back and check. And then head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter, giving you 5 bats today. Whichever one scores the most fantasy points on DraftKings and your guess is the closest, you're going to walk away with that free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Monday night. You know, Mass, Beast of the Night. All right, Beast, I'm going to give you a little stack here with the Baltimore Orioles and wrap it up with shortstop Gunnar Henderson, tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, I get it's been a frustrating season for Henderson and the Orioles, but he's been swinging a much better bat here of late. Hits in 8 of his last 10 games. I think the Orioles a very sneaky stack on tonight's slate against Dustin May. We'll get to him here in a minute. Henderson, and no surprise, leading this team in both WOBA and ISO at 389 and 223 against right-handed pitching this season. And Dustin May, one of those pitchers, can be very good, no doubt. And we've seen that, can also be very bad. And against lefties, not been great. 346 WOBA, 207 ISO, a lot of hard contact, above 55%. 10 home runs allowed to left-handed hitters here. So the Orioles stack certainly under the radar here tonight. Can fit it in pretty cheaply, still get some nice pieces. And even if you don't stack them up, I love this spot for shortstop Gunnar Henderson. Easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Monday six-pack. Remember, the Dodgers and Coors, don't need to tell you to play them. Get some exposure to them. Wanted to give you some ideas outside of Coors Field. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, anything you guys want to talk about, hit me up either in the YouTube comment section right below the video or over on Twitter at Beermakersfan and get your guess in. Very simple. You throw a number in the chat. We've made it very easy. My highest scoring hitter is closest to your number. You walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today in the Fantasy Bar and watching today's video. Best of luck on tonight's slate, and we will see you right back here in the Fantasy Bar tomorrow.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on rotogrinders.com/videos.